So, welcome everyone. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, whenever you are. And this is a very special meeting with our dear friend and, let me say, incredibly gifted healer, an akashic record reader. And her name is Mary Miller. And I will do a very short interview to her, and then she will just shine with her light. And just feel free to write your name, where you are from, and what's your main intention. Why did you join this special meeting? Please feel free to do that in a group chat so that we can all visualize that message. And also with that information, we might be able to help you in the best possible way. Maybe today Mary is going to give you some useful tips according to your intention today in this meeting. So welcome, Mary, to this amazing meeting. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, Fernando, for having the interview with me today. Not sure how it's going to go, but
take a deep breath, relax. This is your space, Mary.
Well, thank you.
You're most welcome. I see some beautiful souls here. Rhea, Sherry, welcome Sherry, welcome Rhea, welcome Don. There's one that says iPhone. Well, could you please type your name, iPhone? I would like to know your name and what's your main intention. Please write your intention here. Why did you join this special live today here in this interview? Because according to that, we can help in the best possible way, okay? So, Mary, would you like to tell us a little bit your journey and your incredible journey? Because as far as I know, you had a 24-day trip through 13 states in the US, right? That allowed you to open other realms?
Yeah, that's correct. And, oh, hi, Mary Jane. Yeah, that is correct. And if you told me before June of last year, even February of, yeah, there's no way I would have went on this trip. It took a lot of support, and originally the trip was, it had a lot of different reasons why I would go on it. It first started off with, all right, we're gonna do this piece. All right, fine. And then it just evolved from there and ended up being a 24-day trip. And part of it was a graduation gift for myself, a big celebration for, graduating from a 3-year energy school. And, and no one else in the family was going to acknowledge it. It's like, I'm going to acknowledge it for myself. So, there was that piece. And I had lost my uncle back in April. And so I need to go visit my cousins. I wanted to visit my cousins, in honor of losing my uncle, and closing some chapters there, closing a cycle, and it's some family healing with that. And let's see what else. And I, all along the way, it was all about seeing as much nature as I can, no matter where I went, and whatever leg I did, I still managed to find time to go on a trail, saw fantastic falls. I wish I had pictures to show you guys. Easier just put an album and share with you guys somehow. And it brought in the inner child, very important. You want to do any of this work, it just leaps and bounds. Let's see. Yeah, so while I obviously need to fill in a few holes in this story, but for example, my mom's from Michigan, hence that's why my cousins and aunt were out there, and uncle, and my cousins were in the same situation that I'm in. That was their last parent. And so we're all now the older generation. So it's kind of, we're all starting a new cycle as well. And in a while I was out there in Michigan, I did have the intentions to go visit the graves that were there, but I was only going to be there for 3 days. And my inner child really wanted to go to Holland, Michigan, which had a windmill that was one of the few was actually allowed in the United States to actually exist. And then also this beautiful beach there that they had conquered, and it was a huge sand dune. And it was a very spiritual moment, exert yourself like that, and you finally get to the summit and down the other side. It was just, and anyway, it was my grandparents who told me, I could see them anytime. I don't have to go see their graves there in Michigan. Go to Holland. It was only 20 minutes away from where I was. Anyway, and I don't know. It definitely, then I had a classmate who suggested we do this psychic fair, which neither one of us would have done. That would have been down in North Carolina. I mean, she was in South Carolina, so I stayed with her. And that was a huge stretch. A psychic fair. Wow. And it was so much fun seeing and feeling all the different things that I did with whoever showed up. And sometimes it was a mini healing. Sometimes it was a message from somebody they need to hear from. Sometimes it was guidance, their next step for in their careers or schooling even. And sometimes it was even wishes, from the dead. What did they want next? And yeah, I was surprised too. So, and let's see what else. And it's just going through the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I've really, really connected to Natural Bridge, Virginia. Again, I will share these pictures with you guys. You got at least a picture of the Natural Bridge, Virginia. It's huge natural construction. We walk underneath it. There's actually a highway that rides right over it even. And it just felt very strong connection with this particular place. And I just realized that I really can strongly connect to nature. And now I connect with buildings, and and the trees, and it's so beautiful. I can, and I now have a tree in my yard I connect with very well, and her name is Genevieve. And so at the end of this 24-day trip, I end up crossing into West Virginia. I thought I was going to cross into Maryland, that little panhandle, West Virginia. I didn't think I was going to cross over into it. And the first thing I was hit with was, oh, it's such a sad state. It felt so sad. And then I heard from the guides, and they're like, you're coming back and you're spending money in West Virginia. and then I'm sorry, I'm hopping around a little bit. During my visit with my sister in North Carolina, that was before I discovered the Natural Bridge. I've been avoiding all historical museums, anything to do with wars, anything to do with, anything really sad. So go to the History Museum in Raleigh. I don't know. Okay, a plug for them. Beautiful museum. But there it's picked up on, okay, okay, I guess I'm going to be doing something with the Civil War. And I even got a book about Unisys, I'll say the word correctly, Unionists in North Carolina. And then, so, yeah. So when I crossed into West Virginia, I also was given the idea that I will be doing some healings with the Civil War, and it's going to help with the timelines of today. And I was like, whoa, what? And then they gave me a due date. I'm going to get it all done before July 30th. I was like, okay, you know, today's like June 26th. Okay. And so I, you know, went back and I went to Gettysburg and, you know, on the way to West Virginia, and stopped at General Meade's house, touched the house, and I just got a story from a soldier there, and it just downloaded it, and you know, all along the way, I've been, you know, yeah, during the time I was home, I got stuff gathered together, got rituals together, and Fernando, of course, helped me with ideas what to do with a lot of this work as well. And while I was there, I picked up a new guide, and he's awesome because he's involved with triage, and he's actually a Civil War surgeon named Eugene, and so he really helps me. I even have a waiting room for, you know, souls that when needs healing, and when it came back from West Virginia, and that's what we decided on a particular day, we just took them out and we were just healing them. It was really interesting. Got some of their stories, some of them went with batches, and I was like, what? I could do this at home too. So yeah, and I went to Antietam, and again, some of the beautiful things that Fernando shared with me, I used there as well at the field where they had 70 tents, and that's where the triage was first invented, by the way. Yeah, and I ended up freeing or healing or unchaining souls that were still there and were ready to go. And then the land itself, we managed to make it happier, and I infused it with some very happy childlike energy, you know, kind of like the energy of the children chasing butterflies, you know, and I could feel the gratitude. It was so wonderful. And I also will say, if you guys get down to Antietam, please go visit the New York 9th. So there is a monument in honor of that particular regiment. It doesn't get visited enough. So
wonderful. And which would you say, Mary, is your biggest takeaway in this trip that that might be useful for those people watching you now?
I think the biggest takeaway is, I mean, there's so many ingredients you want for growth. You definitely want to do stuff for your inner children. I had done some really crazy fun things, you know, with that. I went to this park in Pennsylvania, for example, that you guys seen the pictures, my mouth inside of a dinosaur was at that park. And at this place was a miniature golf, and they had like these huge Lionel trains. And I was channeling my dad all the way through this wood. He loved the Civil War too. And hence I had my fun in, oh man. Yes, Roanoke, Virginia. And it's just like all about trains there. Just, they even had ceilings and buildings with tracks on it. It was really, anyway. So the takeaway is get nature in every day. Oh my goodness, what a difference that makes. Definitely bring in the inner child, and it just makes so much fun. And everywhere we went, it just, I would say you had perfect days. Hey, my beach day was a drizzly 70-degree day, still loved it, you know. And it just what else? It just follow your inner guidance. I go follow what I call tens. I mean, there's some of us who has many, many, many interests. We can have a lot of nines. I'd never leave Massachusetts if I just stuck around with nines. So.
And how do you identify the inner guides from useless guides? For instance, we can be guided by higher dimensional beings, or we can be misguided by our ego by external sources of noise. How do you identify that?
First off, there will be certain phrases, you know, things like want, or it's also a feeling that's associated to, you know, if it's not feeling like all through your cells, probably not inner.
Exactly, and you feel very calm, right?
What's that?
And you feel very calm when you get those messages.
Yes, very, very true.
Very calm. Yes, yes, that's what I learned, and I appreciate your sharing here. Is very, very important, and I feel gratitude for that. So thank you. Does anyone else have any questions so far? Because I would like this to be interactive, and if not, we can move forward. Okay. Any question? Rhea, Sherry, MJ? Okay, Rhea. Yes, having many interests create distractions from focusing on just one to work on. Yes, 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 yes. That I totally agree with that, Rhea. We have to focus on one main purpose for the current moment. So once we already achieve that or are aligned with that purpose, then we can move to another thing. Okay, but not doing more than two things at a time, because it will just defocus us, right? If we will lose focus in this regard. So welcome, Ingrid, welcome here. So thank you very much, Mary. What would you like to add for those people who are watching this video and they are thinking, oh, it's just another trip, or it's a trip where you had messages? It's not just another trip. What's your message for those people who have a trip or who are already having some revelations or some messages from other realms? What's your message for those people?
Just be open and be flexible with your the ideas you think you're going to see and do on your trip. You may get a little guided to go a little different ways.
Yes, it can give you many surprises, right? Wonderful. And tell us, please, a little bit, because people want to know you more about what you do. Could you please tell us what you do and why you do that?
Well, first off, I am an intuitive healer, and I do a lot of healings, through the akashic records, so we can really try to hone in where it's needed most. And I get several modalities that goes with that. And
wonderful. That's very important, Mary, what you did so far. And would you like to share anything else that you find relevant regarding your trip? Or do you want to go to the reading?
Yeah, and about my trip, and I mean, it's just about family, and it's good to, when you can have time with family, to either reconnect or close the cycles, and I find that did find that surprisingly more important than I would have thought before my trip. So.
Thank you very much. Yes, please go ahead, MJ. Okay. I think she was coughing a little bit. So thank you, Mary. Do you feel like going into a reading for anyone who is already here? Do you feel like doing that?
I do. I don't know. I was early on. I was feeling a pull for Rhea.
Wonderful, Rhea, are you there? Rhea, to meet different problems and here in this journey. Okay, wonderful, Rhea. Activate your microphone, please. Mary, and your camera. Mary is already talking about you. Hello, Rhea.
Oh, hi.
Your microphone is deactivated, Mireya. Microphone.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, hi.
Hi.
Yes. So part of the interview was going to pick someone that I felt guided to do a reading for, and I was guided to give you one today. I mean, right now.
Oh my goodness, really? How amazing. Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yes, I do a process of how to get into your akashic records, and just try to get in a meditative state. So we need to do that. You take a couple of deep breaths. Good. Now I'm gonna have you drop into your heart space, which is located at the tip of the sternum. Okay, good. Imagine, feel, or see yourself inside a lotus flower in there. Awesome. And now I'm going to connect with you, and going to ask for your legal name at a certain point, so I can officially ask your akashic records readers guides for access to them. It's where is on your license. Yeah. Okay. You want to just put it out there. It's just so I can have permission.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What's on your license? You just so I can have permission.
Rhea, Jamila, Doucette.
Okay.
Doucette.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, the records are now open. So what was your question or query today, or?
Oh, you've taken me by surprise. So,
Yeah, it's okay. And then
all right, I'll tell you what. While I was listening to your interview with Fernando, what was coming to me was it's all related to my nerve damage and causes, and how alive are they based on some other things influence. I can't tap into any answers. There seems to be something that's missing.
something that is, see if I understand, something that's causing nerve damage, or?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to heal from.
Oh. All right. We're being guided through particular past life situations. Looks like it may be. She is she's you younger. So see, feel, or imagine yourself getting out of the lotus flower in the heart space. Okay. Then walk towards the rear of your heart space. See, feel, or sense a door to the rear of the heart space, and let me know when you're there.
Yes.
So we'll open it.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so let me know if you see stairs, a pole, a path in front of you.
Stairs going down, but just a few stairs and they disappear into the atmosphere. I can't see
Interesting.
the end of them.
Okay, just we'll take them. And now you're just out in space. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing stars. So do you see a new path coming up to the stairs?
It's like it seems to be lost in the mist, but there's this constant figure that keeps showing up, like not just now, but always when I try and look search for answers. It seems to always come up, and I don't know what it represents or how to get rid of it or what.
Oh, interesting. Is it showing up here now?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I see it. It's got pointed ears.
Uh,
It's okay. I'll put a box around it.
In your visual, maybe it's coming through as that, but it's
Okay.
similar. It's similar to what I keep seeing. I mean, this has been going on for a long while.
Okay, so yeah, I'm now just putting a box around it right now. And let's see, we can try to talk to it. It's probably not gonna be happy to put him in a box. Can ask it, why is he here? I'm checking in with the guides and here as well. And you can ask him too if he will talk to you. He may not. Okay. Yeah, the guides are telling me we're going to send him away. He's not good. He's choosing not to be very informative.
Yep.
And I'm even asking him to show himself in the highest vibration possible. He's refusing. So we're gonna send him away.
I can describe the image that has been coming to me for a few years now, ever since this started.
So I visualize, I put a box around this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send it away and going to send it off with the notion that let it evolve to its highest evolution, way away from us. And off it goes. The angels have taken it away. See if there's anything left behind it, because we don't know, it. We're going to ask for any copies, imprints, or anything else to also be removed. It's feeling a lot lighter. How are you feeling?
I felt a lot of like sort of movement or activity in my solar plexus area. It seems like there's a lot of stuff locked in that area.
Is it moving out as we're taking the programming out with it?
Well, when you began that, it sort of activated the sensations there. Okay. And it from the solar plexus, it seems to radiate down my, my belly. The energy does.
So now the energy in your solar plexus is getting free to go down as well. Has that also been a problem with you lately?
Yeah, like all this stuff is locked in that whole area, and layer by layer, slowly, realization of what one layer is, and then I think I'm free, and then suddenly another one comes up, and they're all related to subconscious memory.
All right. So I guess we're done here on the third step, going just out in space.
Yeah.
We'll have you walk back. We'll have you walk back to the heart space, or fly back, or wherever you want to do.
I never left at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I know that, but
Yeah,
we just want to go back to the heart space.
the heart space, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel the beautiful healings from our teams that are there.
I see a dissipation of that entire scene, sort of dissipating into the mist, as it were, and dissolving there.
Oh, you mean your stairs? So
Yeah, the room, the door, the stairs.
Okay, so you're going back to the heart space. You're gonna open the door and come back in.
Yeah.
All right. Now we'll sit back down. And checking to see what else.
Can I mention something?
Please do. Please do.
Okay. My ankles and my feet have given me the most problems. And a few years ago, it all began when I was writing at my desk, and I felt like there were chains, shackles on my ankles, and I couldn't understand that. And that feeling just stayed, and it was so real. And I tried figuring out what do they represent? Why are they there? What's got to do with me? And when my nerve damage happened, it's the ankles and the feet that seem to be having a lot of difficulty coming to life with a normal flow of energy.
Okay. Checking in on those chains you're talking about. I'm feeling those chains have now like opened and have fallen off your ankles. Are you feeling that now?
Not the anklets, not those chains, but this the physical symptoms of the nerve damage, because it's like electricity, and they cause my ankles to swell, my feet to swell, and make walking very difficult.
Okay. They were giving me reminders about magnesium and water, but
Pardon?
They're reminding me about magnesium and water, but
Oh,
yeah. Um, all right. Yeah, and for some reason I'm seeing I'm seeing a lizard. Showing me a lizard. I don't know, does lizard mean anything for you?
well, it could, if I worked on the symbolism of it in relation to what I feel is my lower legs. It seems like they're like snakes running about in there, slipping around the electrical currents, the nerves, the damage. It feels like that.
Yeah. They're not being very talkative about this one.
I know. It's very hard. It's the words that came to me were, this is a tough nut to crack.
Right. They just gave me an idea for us to try. Visualize yourself in the heart space. It's kind of take an elevator down to left ankle. Okay, left ankle. Let me know when you're there.
Yep.
Okay, so hop off the elevator door and enter into space. Just look around. See if you feel anything, see anything that's.
It's that same image. She's
The same
there again, and it's like very disturbed, uglyish sort of energy.
Oh,
It's the same, that
it
image that is there. Huh?
Oh, it came back.
Yep.
It's back.
She just doesn't go away.
Oh, all right. Let's see what else we can do to. Well, at least we know it's reciting. All right, we'll try again. So ask it to reveal its highest vibrating form.
Challenge is there to challenge. It refuses to allow me to break free, and it's adamant that it is in control.
Well, I see if you at least answer this question. When did it have the opportunity to have gotten into your ankle?
I don't know, this image, this, oh, as a very, very little baby, I suppose, I think I experienced a trauma and it cut me off from the flow of love. You know, the chi,
Yes.
it cut me off. And now it's to reconnect with chi and somehow for chi to flow normally and give me back life. Because so far my intellect has been carrying me through and keeping me alive. But there's a definite block against chi.
All right. We'll try again. All right. Let's see if we could bring you back to that moment of time, knowing you're going back as an observer, not reliving the time. So that have you feel, see, or imagine a door out of the ankle out into a past life again.
Mist, into the mist.
There we go. Wow. I've never had this encounter before.
I know, Mary, this is like really tough. Look, if it's okay with Fernando and yourself, because I know this is not easy, if you like, you can kind of, maybe the information may come to you later because it is tough.
Yeah.
So when it does, maybe you can tap in with Fernando and complete the session for everybody who's attending this meeting. So they,
Yeah.
otherwise, I think you're going to be sitting there for quite some time.
I am hearing this is obviously related to it is related to those anklets, and
Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
we can do the following. Mary, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Let me know what you prefer. Would you like to close now and then you continue in private with Rhea, or would you like for us to close this this recording? We leave the meeting. You both continue talking together. You both, according to your pace. And well, let me know what you prefer, Mary.
I think maybe Ray and I could continue this, on our own separately.
Yes. Yes.
Fernando, I don't
Yes.
want everybody attending. I want them to know the result. It's just that the result is going to take time to come through.
Yes, that's fine, Rhea.
Okay, I
Don't
think
worry.
that's a better idea. That's a better idea. Yeah.
I will leave you, Mary, I will stop the recording. Okay. So let me check it here.